Hi, and welcome back to the S&G Bookkeeping channel. Another tutorial for you guys as promised. And today, another topic where we could streamline your process and make everything easier for you when you're doing your books. And what is that, you may ask? Rules. QuickBooks has this amazing feature where you could set up rules for your transactions so that they automatically get categorized and sorted so you don't have to do a thing. Now, to set these rules up, it's pretty simple, and we're going to go over that in the tutorial. Before we jump into that, quick reminder that we are offering a free 2-hour complete personalized walkthrough where we'll go over your QuickBooks Online struggles and try to help you as much as possible. Now, Arthur's going to take care of the tutorial.
QuickBooks Online has a cool feature called Rules that can help you automate some of the manual data entry inside of QuickBooks Online. Let me show you how that looks like inside of the sample company. So once you're logged into QBO or QuickBooks Online, you can come up here to the top left and click on Transactions right here. And if you go to bank transactions, it should be that first tab. You'll see some of the accounts that you have already connected to QuickBooks Online. In the sample company, we have the checking account, savings, MasterCard. So any bank or credit card accounts that you have connected will show up here. And if you're not already familiar with this, what this does is it basically brings in any transactions from those accounts into QuickBooks Online, allowing you to categorize or match those transactions. And you can add a new account just by going to link account right there and entering in all of your information. That's not the main point of this video. So let's just take a look at Hicks Hardware, for example. We can see that we have a match here. This was already a check entered into QuickBooks Online, so we can easily just press match right there. So before recording this, I saw that we had another one from Hicks Hardware as well. It should be, yeah, there it is. It's actually an uncategorized expense. So if we know that we have a lot of these expenses and certain money in, money out transactions that are pretty consistent from the vendor or from month to month, for example, we can actually create a rule to automate that data entry. So let's say in this example, we're looking at Hicks Hardware. We know that almost 100% of the time when we go here, we're buying supplies, which is an expense for us. So we can come up here and press rules, go to rules, and we'll just add a new rule. And we'll call it this one Hicks Hardware. In this case, it's a money out transaction because we're spending money, and you could select which bank accounts. Let's just keep it at all bank accounts for this case. Include any or all. Let's just say all. So the description has to include Hicks Hardware. So when you actually fill this out, you have a choice between description, bank text, and amount. So as I mentioned previously, if you have a pretty recurring amount, you pay this amount of dollars, X amount of dollars every month for a certain subscription or to a certain vendor, you can automatically just use that amount feature as well. But in this case, we'll keep it at description. And you can test the rule, and you should see that this applies to 2 currently unreviewed transactions, which were the 2 Hicks Hardware transactions in the bank feed section. So we know that like I mentioned, this is going to be an expense, supplies expense. And obviously this will apply to whatever category or vendor, customer, etc. that you're looking at for your business. And Hicks Hardware, payee, customer, we can leave that blank. And this rule right here is one that you might want to keep an eye out. Like I mentioned, almost 100% of the time, if we're going to Hicks Hardware, we're going to be having a supplies expense. But personally, for me, I just get a little paranoid when QuickBooks auto adds these transactions and categorizes them. I just want to make sure I know exactly what's going where. So let's keep this off for now, just in case that 1% chance we actually don't buy those supplies. You want to make sure you get that categorized correctly. So now if we scroll down to Hicks Hardware, we can see that's the rule supplies. If you don't remember, it actually said uncategorized expense previously, and you could just press add right there. But if we actually edit this rule and make it auto add, we should see this added automatically. So now we actually have, instead of 25, we have 23 in for review and 2 categorized, which are the 2 Hicks Hardware transactions. And you can see the rule says right here, auto add, because we just turned on that setting. And before using these rules, you just want to make sure that, for example, with Hicks Hardware, we're always buying supplies. But on the other hand, if we used Hicks Hardware for supplies, and then maybe sometimes we went to get meals or whatever the case may be, some other expense, then these rules really wouldn't make sense because the categorization wouldn't be on. So just make sure that this vendor or customer has pretty consistent accounts throughout. You know exactly what you're buying or what you're getting from that customer at all times, and that'll make the most out of these rules. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helps you save some time inside of QuickBooks Online.